You sit in the stillness of tonight, replaying every mistake, feeling the weight of another day that broke you. The silence is louder than any voice telling you to try again. It's not just one day, it's the accumulation, the job you lost, the promise you broke, the version of yourself you keep burying under new failures. You're tired of starting over. You've heard it before. Tomorrow is a fresh start. But tomorrow arrives and brings the same doubts, the same obstacles, the same you. So why believe it now, when every other tomorrow has lied? They tell you to be positive, but positivity feels like a lie when your reality keeps collapsing. You can't just think better when your life calendar is marked with failure. No one sees the midnight hours you spend staring at the ceiling, bargaining with a future that hasn't kept its promises. The world sleeps while you drown in the quiet evidence of your own inadequacy. You wake up already defeated, because yesterday's ghost sits on your chest. The alarm is a mockery, another chance to prove you can't bounce back. So you hit snooze on hope itself. The problem isn't the lack of tomorrows, it's the residue of yesterdays. You're not starting fresh, you're dragging a corpse behind you, every past attempt weighting your step, making each new stride a funeral march. You've tried sheer determination, but grit isn't enough when your foundation is cracked. Pushing harder only deepens the fracture. Maybe the flaw isn't in your effort, but in the formula. What if the reset you seek isn't about forgetting, but about holding yesterday differently? Not as dead weight, but as raw material for a foundation you haven't built yet, one that could actually hold you. Tomorrow doesn't promise you success. It promises you the chance to be seen trying again. In that repetition, in that stubborn return, perhaps the reset is already happening, not erasing pain, but letting it witness your return. The reset isn't a clean slate, but a rebuilt one. You gather yesterday's splinters into a new shape, not hiding cracks, but letting them become architecture. The foundation now holds failure and fortitude. Your effort stops being a war against yourself. It becomes a construction site where you are architect and material. Each attempt stacks not for perfection, but for a structure that weathers the next storm. You start measuring progress not by how far you've climbed, but by how much weight you've learned to carry without breaking. The mountain doesn't get smaller. Your legs remember the rhythm. Pain becomes a compass, not a prison. This honesty costs you your old excuses. You can no longer blame circumstance without acknowledging the blueprint you kept redrawing. It demands you face the mirror and admit the architect was always you, scared but still building. The demand is patience, the kind that wakes before the sun, not for applause, but because the foundation needs another layer. You pour hope into the mix, knowing it may not set by evening. Still, you pour. You must surrender certainty, the false comfort of knowing the outcome. Tomorrow offers no guarantees, only the ritual of showing up. You learn to love the ritual more than the result, because the ritual is yours. The final demand is the courage to be seen mid-struggle, without armor. To let the world watch you fumble, restart, and still say, I am here. That visibility doesn't weaken you. It welds the cracks with light. One evening you notice the ache has not vanished, but it has settled into something like companionship. You recognize in it the shape of your own persistence. You didn't defeat the night. You taught it your name. Silence doesn't scare you anymore. You sit with your unfinished self and feel no urge to fill the space with promises. Tomorrow is not a ladder to escape. It's the next breath in a rhythm you finally trust. Dawn doesn't erase the night. It simply arrives. You stand in that light not as someone who won, but as someone who remained. That staying, your quiet return, is the only victory that ever mattered.